I know it's Valentine's Day out there, so you know, I know some people probably booed up and shit, but y'all see the description. Who remember when G Unit was a real gang? Had a handshake, all that shit. You know what I mean? Who remember that? Cause I remember G Unit had a DVD, all that shit. Anybody who know 50 Cent know this front porch right here. You know that front porch. You know what I mean? If you go watch Get Rich or Die Trying, this DVD, you might have to put in Get Rich or Die Trying, but I don't really remember. Just put in 50 Cent DVD. This one he was at his grandma's house. This prime 50 Cent right here. G Unit, prime G Unit, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like handshake. Remember they had the G Unit tat on the side. You know what I mean? So this 50 Cent right here was prime 50 Cent. You know what I mean? This was Wankster and mixtape with the beans on the cover and all that shit. You know what I mean? So I be wondering if people really remember that G Unit was a real gang. You know what I mean? Like 50 himself knew he had to let certain motherfuckers go. You know what I mean? Because if you go watch that DVD, he had some niggas around him, man. Them niggas was even if they taste the smoke in the air, they was ready to let that thing go. You know what I mean? So he knew the bigger he got, he had some loose cannons around him, and only a chosen few gonna make the cut. You know what I mean? Some motherfuckers you gotta feed from a distance or just completely say, you know what I mean? I gotta cut ties type shit. But the reason I'm speaking on that and wanted to remind people that G Unit used to be a real game because 50 been doing the producing, acting, and all type of different ventures and shit he got going on for so long that the way he acts on Instagram, people be like, "Damn, man, 50 ruthless as fuck." You know what I mean? He don't got no big eyes, big U's type shit. So everybody know by now that 50 Cent is a real street nigga. You know what I mean? This nigga has no remorse for you all like that if you ain't on his team. You know what I mean? And no matter how much bread you get, how much successful you get, when you really come from his background as far as not knowing who your father is and your mom passing away, you had to get raised by your grandparents and shit like that, you could become real heartless, you know what I mean? So 50 one of them people, if he embraced you and accept you in, you know what I mean? Shit, he really don't accept people in, you know what I mean? So, but with his upbringing, you know what I mean, makes it to where he can be very relentless. You know what I mean? Like if he got mercy for you, that means he care for you. If he don't got no mercy for you, we all know how 50 Cent can be. But a lot of us get caught up in the Instagram 50 Cent and be forgetting that at one time in '03, '02, and all that shit around that time, '01, on 134th of Guy Brewer in Jamaica, Queens, G Unit and them niggas was a real gang. You know what I mean? I'm talking about he had some niggas around him that was down to go to war with Preem or Murder Inc. or whoever it is that think they go oppose 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So specifically put this picture up here because anybody who truly follow 50 or know this front porch is his grandmother house. You know what I mean? He actually got shot right in front of his grandmother house. You know what I mean? So this DVD right here with 50 Cent, this shit right here is history for real because this is the original vintage street nigga 50 Cent right here. You know what I mean? For real. So appreciate y'all hitting that like button. But when y'all get a chance to go on YouTube, type in 50 Cent DVD and look at that 50 Cent compared to the 50 Cent now. You know what I mean? and he's grown a lot and changed, but he's still that nigga. You know what I mean? Where he can be ruthless and you know what I mean, cutthroat at the same time. You know what I mean? But he's grown and matured a whole lot because when you watch that DVD, you probably couldn't fathom 50 Cent still being in the game and being who he is, but on a bigger scale than what he is from back in '03. This 50 Cent right here, any motherfucker who know music history, this nigga right here, they lucky he growed and changed into the person he is. No, he is not. He's a law-abiding citizen now. Yeah, we know. Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks for tapping in, Tom. Tom, what's up, Tom? But yeah, my boy said it right. He's a law-abiding citizen. He has no reason to be this person no more. You know what I mean? What's up, Mike the Killer 23? What it do, family? Salute. Hit that like button while y'all in here. But yeah, he has no reason to be this individual no more. I just want people who are music historians to go back and go on YouTube, uh, watch this video, and really look at how much this man has really somewhat grown and definitely business wide prospered a whole lot because when 50 came in, 50 was probably the biggest rapper that ever come in as far as rap history. Like this when MTV and all that shit was around, like you can be watching BET and you'll hear go, 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 shout. And then you flip two or three channels over MTV, go. And then you flip somewhere else, music about go. That's all you heard on fucking TV everywhere. Well, go shorty, it's your birthday, Wankster, and what up, gangster, all that shit. Mike 23. I subbed also have a blessed day. Salute my guy. I appreciate you subbing Mike the Killer 23. Set your notification. Go to my post. Check out my merch. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Stay connected with me, dog. I appreciate you. But yeah, I just wanted to touch in and be like, do people remember when G Unit was a real gang? You know what I mean? Like, let statistics tell it. A guy like 50 Cent, who as far as his upbringing, what happened, how he lost his mom at an early age, and his grandfather was his male figure as far as on having somebody in his life. And he was a fighter, never a shooter. Watch documentaries on of his own people expose him. He got shot 9 times and made it cool to get millions. This is hyperbolic. Nah, it ain't that he made it cool to get millions. I mean, you know what I mean? He basically did with anybody else. I mean, it was all over the quote unquote hip hop news. Everybody know he got shot. Him and Murder Inc. situation was televised. All he did was all Interscope and all of them did was capitalize on it. He did what every basketball player, soccer player, any entertainer do when they go on Jay Leno and all these different places that you see. So don't act like it's just 50 Cent. They all talk about what? My mom worked 2 jobs. Oh man, I never seen my mom like that. Or my father wasn't in my life. Or what everybody do it. It's no big eyes and little U's. It's not just 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So you can't just pick 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Entertainers do it, basketball players do it. Even on draft night, they do it. You know what I mean? So everybody do it, all of them. That's kind of like the rags to the riches way of going about shit. Like with entertainers, like, oh, I had it hard, or I got bullied in school, or basically telling the reasons what made them become who they are today. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, man. This whole thing was just really about um giving them person they flowers. You know what I mean? Because who would have ever thought that? You know what I mean? Somebody would be in the game 20 plus years later but also bigger than what they was back then, treating the television game just like the rap game. You know what I mean? He's still basically going platinum. You know what I mean? So, um, 50 Cent, I just wanted to tap in and see for those who really either was from that era or remember when G Unit was a real gang, had a whole handshake, the G Unit tag, you know what I mean? Like, was wilding for real, you know what I mean? And like I say, the only person who around 50 from that is what's my boy name? Jaffe, Jaffe and Matt Ball and them Jaffe. And Bang Smurf, we already know what happened. He got shipped overseas. Lloyd Banks do his own thing. Yeah, you around him and murder, Uncle Murder. But other than that, I used to watch the Beef documentary 20 years ago. It's all silly. If you really think about it, it's grown men writing songs about each other. But you got to remember this too, though. The age they was then, they're not now. You know what I mean? And record labels and distribution companies, just like movie companies, Paramount and all of them, they capitalize off the ignorance. You know what I mean? So we can't just blame the people who are it's writers, it's all type of people involved, not just musically, movie wise, TV show networks, and it's even more worse now. So we can't just always just say rappers, rappers, rappers. No, movies and commercials and a lot of things uh, you know, puts things in certain limelights that they shouldn't do. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got to stop putting this. It's kind of like the Charleston White effect. Like you know what I mean? We expect so much out of rappers, but basketball players do dumb shit every day. Soccer players do dumb shit. Baseball players dumb shit with steroids, all type of different shit. They all got the same rags to riches stories where you think you're pouring it out and allowing us to get to know you. But when you saying your mom had two, three jobs and used to leave you and your little brothers and sisters at the house while she go to another job, and you had to walk your brothers and sisters to school and be a parent while your mom was working three jobs, like that shit ain't no good look. Like you think that you telling your story, in reality, you making your mom look fucked up and your parents because of why everybody from movie stars to entertainers period want to tell salute, hit the like button. My nigga in here, South, man, this nigga's an honorary member. Southwest Dice 5727. That's my homie. Always show support. I appreciate you. For real. Type of nigga right there, like you'll blow that doja with, get his mind right. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to tap in and see if everybody remember when G Unit was a real gang, and this front porch right here is 50 Cent grandma house when 50 Cent was really 50 Cent outside and just being 50 Cent type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we got to remember everything can't get blamed on rappers. I'm gonna end it like that. Everything can't get blamed on rappers. Like the expectation bar as far as what y'all expect out of rappers is crazy. It's like basketball players do dumb shit. Football players do dumb shit. We see it when think about it. You going through your rails. Don't you see like with Stephon Diggs, Cardi B, BD, don't you see certain shit that going to be like, why the fuck, if you're a multi-millionaire, would you be doing some dumb shit like that? So let's not just always point the finger at rappers. That's the problem. We expect too much out of rappers. That's not really fair. It's other fucking different leagues in sports, baseball, them niggas on steroids, soccer, steroids, goddamn Olympic weightlifting, all type of different things that people do ignorant shit and fuck their careers up. You know what I mean? So um let's not just always look at the rappers as far as people to point the finger at, you know what I mean? And then sometimes take self accountability too, because you are responsible for yourself. So if you following the lead of entertaining and looking forward to lean on their shoulder, then maybe you should self evaluate yourself. If you really is that mentally gone to where you count on a entertainer to, I don't know, fucking mentally love you or some shit. I don't know, but go back, YouTube it, 50 Cent DVD, get you some laughs in, roll you one up, watch that shit, and look at it and laugh and say, damn, 50 then compared to 50 now. Still an asshole, but that's 50. You know what I mean? I hear you just saying, my God, I appreciate you for tapping in and you hit the like button. Like, comment, subscribe, Try Game TV. We out.